We are live, coming here with a brand new Stir the Pod podcast show. I'm your host, Trevor, and tonight we are joined by Alex. Alex, how you doing tonight?
Yo.
And we're also joined by Andy. Andy, how you doing tonight?
What up?
And we're here, episode 3 recap show, Cutthroat 2026. We're here, boys. It's not episode 2, it's episode 3. We did 1 and 2 last week.
I know you said Cutthroat.
Yeah, Cutthroat 2026.
Okay.
We're here, boys. We're late. We're on that ABST standard time, so we apologize for that. Blame Andy. Episode 3. How we feeling? Good, bad, ugly?
I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. There were some good moments, and it felt quick. And it was I think like on Paramount, it's like 47 minutes. So it's basically like a 60-minute episode, which we haven't had. And I know last week was kind of like, didn't really matter how long each individual episode was because we had 2 of them. But I just compared last week where we had like an hour and 50 minutes of like real challenge stuff to watch compared to this of like 47 minutes. Like it kind of just flew by in a good way. I liked it.
See, I think it flew by, but in a pretty boring way.
Ooh.
Like, honestly, if this was a 1 to 10 scale for tonight's episode, I think I'm giving it like a C-.
Ooh.
Trev, what do you think?
Yeah, Trev, what do you think?
I think, and I don't want to just jump in right away to the episode, but the fact that we started off at the daily, like right away, there was no house, there was no walk-in, there was no anything. Just a watch note for everybody. I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know what it was with me. So I watched this at 4 a.m. For some reason, I thought those moments when you kind of go back to bed and you wake up and it's been like 5 minutes and like you kind of, go in and out kind of thing. I thought that's what happened. I like turned the episode on, kind of rested my head down, and then I looked up and literally no time changed. And I literally paused the episode and it literally said like 45 seconds and we were at the daily already. I was like, whoa. Did they forgot to like edit the episode, like the beginning, and they just threw an episode together? So I enjoyed the 45 minutes. It felt very Pac-12 late, literally at 4 a.m., Pac-12 after dark vibes. I think the middle was definitely the weakest, but overall, I actually liked the elimination a lot. Even it was a blowout, the elimination itself, it kind of gave me vibes of like Down Goes Jordan with kind of the wall. Like there's some moments where they're trying to pull each other down and stuff, but I kind of like the elimination a lot.
Yeah, I feel like my gut instinct right after the episode ended was like, I wish it was a little longer to have maybe a scene before the daily or like some other scene, but it's almost like, you want to leave them wanting more as opposed to like giving them too much. And I just think like about all the time we've come on here and complained about like how long the episodes were. And so I don't know, like maybe it could have been a little bit longer, but then we're like really splitting hairs to like the exact like perfect, apex mountain of a length. But I enjoyed it, and like sure I maybe wanted a little bit more, but that makes me more excited for next week. I feel like
That's a good point. And upon further review, I think I'm going to change my C- to a C+. Not to be confused with, I think that's a thing in coding. But you bring up a good point, and here's what I think the alternative could have been is instead of 47 minutes of stuff. Again, I didn't think it was that entertaining or that great in general, which is why it still is in the C category. But old MTV would have added 30 minutes of just filler fluff. And we had some drama today. It was a little like Life According to Jimmy creating a reality TV show for me. But I'd rather have, 5 minutes of that as opposed to 25 minutes of that.
I just felt, I don't know the right word with it. I'm fine. I think we're on the right track though. Episode 3, it's not like I feel like this is kind of the time where it's the make or break. This is where you're kind of on that roller coaster of the season. Is it going to be a good season? Is it going to be a bad season? But I think the 45 minutes help that. Because maybe to Mikey the Doctor's point, like I just feel like the pacing might be better. So it's not like I'm like looking at my phone more often, or I'm, watching another show that makes us record at 10:45 Eastern time. So like,
Exactly. Well, and maybe this is a sign, and I'm gonna knock on wood, but if they're willing to pump out 47-minute EPs, maybe that means we're gonna get less than 20 episodes.
Well, my question for you guys is, how many people do you think are going to win? Are we thinking it's like team? Because the one team obviously is getting pretty low already. Like, are we thinking it goes to, like, let's just say 12 people total? So it's what, 4 to a team? We had 24 people, right? Alex, correct me if I'm wrong.
24, yeah.
We've had 3 people eliminated already, so we're down to 21 or whatever it is. So cutting 9 more episodes, like we're at episode what by that time? 12? You would have to think there's a purge or something, right?
I mean, yeah, like the whole way we consume the show now is so much different in terms of when the episodes are coming out, how long the episodes are, and like now it sounds crazy after we had a decade of like 22, 23, 90-minute episodes. It sounds crazy to say that, hey, maybe the season is going to be 14 episodes that are basically a 60 minutes each. Like, but that's how the glory days work. Like, that is how it was when we were at the peak of the challenge. And so, like, I think like watching it tonight, it did feel weird. It felt abnormal, kind of like brushing through the episode. But like, I feel like we'll get used to it, and it'll just kind of remind us about like, this is how it should have been the entire time.
Let me go this route with you. Like, I just feel like watching 47 minutes of an episode, it just feels short compared to 90 minutes. Do you think it would be better? And it's funny, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Do you think it would be better if we had 2 45-minute episodes dropped at a time?
No, it would. I think it would feel like the same way.
But it's 2 episodes, so we get 2 eliminations, and we get 2 dailies. I don't know.
This is just Trev trying to get back to the 90-minute episodes, which he's always loved.
Well, it's 2 episodes in 90 minutes, which, I mean, is literally the exact same thing.
I can't believe, especially just thinking about this, didn't they used to have 30-minute episodes? And that was with commercials?
Yeah, it was like 20-minute episodes.
It's like watching The Office.
God, some say it was like Real Bros Simi Valley season 1.
God, but you gurped at that.
No, you gurped at that, and then you hopped on the train. It was all after that night. Alex puked at your place, and oh wait, have you found that spot?
Oh my God!
All right, Trev, do you think we should dive right in?
God, I think we should dive right in. So, episode starts at the daily. So this little daily, God, honestly, kind of boring. Very. How did like nobody fall out of the boats? Like I thought somebody was gonna fall out. Was Bananas like standing up like he was like Odysseus on the Odyssey or something?
It was very row your boat-y.
Oh, come on.
So you guys did not like the daily?
I mean, it was all right.
Meh.
It was kind of like one of those. I mean, what's the best way to describe this game? Like, what's the fucking? Isn't it like when you move a piece and then you got to slide it down and get like people? What's that actually called? Isn't that
Tetris?
No, not fucking Tetris.
Sliders?
It's like a slider. What's that called though?
I don't know. I thought it was called sliders.
It might be. I don't know.
So basically, the daily was like sliders in these like weird, wobbly like boat things in the water. I don't know. This to me, this seemed like a daily that would be like really fun to do. Like if you were there doing it, either if you're in the boat, if you're on like the platform telling people how to do it. but just watching it, it really wasn't like that fun. It moved so slow. Nobody was falling in. I liked the idea of it, but like this almost would have been better if it was like picture like a really tall platform that's kind of like this same like H shape basically, and like people are having to like walk on like, and then they're scared of falling in, as opposed to just like this like slow moving thing in the water. I think there was a better way to do this, but I like the idea of it. It would have been really fun to do, just not fun to watch.
I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan. Andy, what was your thoughts?
I mean, we talked about it, I think, last week too, but it's a good thing Anissa is not in these dailies because that boat is getting capsized immediately.
Is that an immediate DQ then?
I think it's immediate, like, let's bring in the paramedics and the scuba divers and all that.
Come on.
Wasn't it, what was season 40? What was that season actually called? Battle of the Eras?
Yeah.
What was the opening challenge like in boats and like people were like tipping them and stuff?
It
was
was
the
in boats. And didn't Devin do something that was like,
He fell out of the boat and he was like holding the boat. He was like swimming with the boat.
and it didn't, I don't think he won. I don't think it helped him at all.
No, I think it held him back completely.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like when Wes would try to do those stupid things where he'd try to like outsmart the rules in the game and it just wouldn't. You remember what did he do that one time where he had Mandy like jump on his back? Do you remember when they had to like go across the ropes and they just immediately fell?
Oh, that was just roided up Wes.
God, don't you love Wes, Andy? And then because you liked him, and then Adam liked Kenny. Was that his name?
Yeah, right. That was when Kenny was just dog walking him around the entire show.
Did you see his podcast?
Who?
That he was on? He was on the Moniacs.
Who? Wes?
No, Derek or Kenny.
Kenny? Interesting.
They asked him. I saw.
I know you subscribed to that.
No, I saw a clip. You know, I talked to Derek the other day. He got thrown into one of my group chats, and we started talking. I don't know how his number got into our stuff, but and then some kid named, I don't know, Adam Mito said, "What's up, D? Haven't talked to you in a minute." So
that actually happened.
I have not told a lie, literally.
All right.
So Orange wins.
Orange wins. But again, like it was, I don't know, it was just, this was a total crapshoot. Like whoever won, I would have had probably the same reaction. But Orange wins. Gray gets second, which I think we've all kind of determined is actually worse than getting last. And then Blue gets last. And then we go back to the house. And I think we kind of go right into this Tori birthday party, mermaid. Like, what did you guys think of the whole Tori birthday aspect?
I think Andy, one of his famous MVPs was, what was it, ass shots or something?
That was my Mount Rushmore of things we love about the challenge. Butt shots. That was coming off of like Jenna. I think Jenna's rookie year.
No,
I think Ashley was thrown in a few of those.
Jenna was bad. Like it was like, well, she was also bad, but also like the cameraman was bad. Where it was like
drunk.
It was like looking here at her face, and then it would all just like it would pan down. Like it was like, how did they get away with this shit? Like what would you say at a scale of 1 to 10, kind of the looks of the party, Andy? 6.
I mean,
7?
Tori was on fire. I don't like this. I don't like the girls dressing up as guys. It's weird. And Kara's been doing it for like 6 seasons now.
Yeah, Tori
it's really the worst part of those parties.
What about who's the other person? I feel like Andy was Michelle. She was in a bathing suit.
She was looking bad.
I know you like Michelle.
Good for Devin.
How was I will say the best looking mermaid though? Johnny Bananas.
Duh. You mean my good friend John?
Honestly, like if that was Johnny on rocks, and I was with Odysseus, and I had like the sirens were playing, I would have jumped in that fucking. I would have been on the rocks in 10 seconds.
Oh, come on.
It would have been the earwax, pulling the earwax out of the ear and swimming over. But what are some other classic birthdays? Didn't Wes have a good birthday? Was that the episode in Rivals? Was it Rivals 3 with the stick?
Yeah. I feel like, why do I feel like a lot of that birthday on Rivals 3 was like deleted footage or like an after show type thing?
Reunion.
They still did that. Was it the reunion?
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Bananas hit Wes so hard they thought he was going to get kicked off the show? So then Wes had to hit him as hard or something?
Yes. Those guys.
And then they basically said, like, they can't kick us both off.
Yes.
Just incredible. God, I miss, like, those types of parties, though, like the good old days with that. Like, tonight was, like, average, but, like, I think the party that I always remember was, like, and wasn't even a birthday party. It was like the opening night of Free Agents. You had like the Teresa basketball game.
Oh, the basketball?
Yes.
I mean, that was all time.
God.
And Tori even said, like, oh, they've done so many crazy birthdays. I can't wait for this one. And it was just like, happy birthday.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. You think we'll get another birthday? Was there anybody else's birthday?
What do you mean? How are we supposed to know?
Well, Andy Salt, isn't Banana's birthday like in April? When's John's birthday? When did they film this? Because you saw him when?
I saw him January 19th, January 18th, maybe.
Bananas has a June birthday, June 22nd. I thought somebody else. I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm getting confused with? Why I said birthday. Did you see that clip the other day of Corey?
He had another kid?
No. It was what was the girl's name? Cheyenne?
Yeah.
It was a clip of them and Corey's like, they're like talking and it was all about like Corey being a bad dad or whatever. He's like, work comes and Cheyenne's like, you're going on your 30th birthday party for 6 days or something like that. So he was going on a 6th day. Then he was taking another vacation. And then he was going on the challenge. And he's like, well, he literally said, I think, well, it's work. And then he said, and then she asked, are you going to miss Ryder's birthday? He's like, well, I'm going to be on work.
Oh, come on. This is part of your algorithm?
Yeah, it might have been old. It could have been an old clip, but I just came up on my feed, which who knows? That could be 5 years ago or whatever. But it popped up in my feed the other day, and I was like, God, that's so smirk.
Meanwhile, he's at a mansion in Thailand saying, like, yeah, so this is Ryder. She's my world. She means everything to me. As he's talking to Nerys.
Well, speaking of Nerys.
Exactly.
Which she was all the drama tonight. Alex, what do you think about all that? Was that kind of blown out of proportions?
I mean,
blow this out of proportions.
This was arguably my favorite part of the episode.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Because this just felt the whole Nerys. So basically, they show us one clip of Adrian and Josh making out on these big couch cushions, which they showed a lot of these like big couch cushions, indoor and outdoor. But we see the kiss, and then I don't think we saw any interaction last week. And then like 10 minutes later in the episode, we see Josh with his arm around Nerys, and Adrian sees it, and she gets mad. She starts crying, and there's no other way to put it, but it just turns into this whole big fucking thing. It turns into this thing, and the next morning, they're all doing the debrief, and eventually Nerys like goes and calls him out. And like, why this was part of my favorite, or probably my favorite part of the episode, this just felt like old school challenge, where it's like not like it wasn't as good as some of like the old school challenge fights or drama that we would get, but like this is the recipe where it's like female A sees female B talking to male A that was partly like originally with this person. Like it was so stupid. Like we all knew it had like watching it. It was totally blown out of proportion, but like it was fun to watch because like this is the shit that these like 30-year-olds do when they go to Thailand and like have nothing to do 3 days in between a daily and elimination. Like again, like it wasn't as like entertaining just because like this wasn't like Nani yelling at Teresa with like Wes in the background or Leroy back in like 2014. This is like the lower version of that, but still just like fun to watch and it kept me entertained. I like this part.
What I liked about it was it wasn't like production that cut this up in like what the hell are they even arguing about? It was just like Adrian getting so pissed for no reason and then Nerys blowing up for no reason. So that's what I did enjoy is it wasn't like production trying to make something bigger than it was. It was more so production just sitting back and being like, look at these idiots. And it was so funny because it was so small. His arm wasn't even around her. It was around like part of the back of the chair. And Adrian's like, that seat is still warm from when I was sitting in it. And now it's like, what's happening? So I did think that part was smirky.
When Nerys was like, they went to a confessional and she was basically like, everybody knows I just got out of a relationship. I would never go right back into a relationship. I mean, like, literally, as Olivia Rodrigo once said, like, the biggest lie I ever said. Like, everybody goes back into a relationship right away. I mean, it's so fucking obvious. So, obviously, there was nothing there. I think nothing was there. Don't be surprised. I think Nerys might hook up with somebody this season.
Oh, I totally agree. But I don't think she has any interest in Josh. But, like, no. That the way it all played out, she wanted to be like, oh, Adrian is mad at me. So, like, part of the way I can really drive this home is being like, I don't even like this guy. Like, I don't want to be a part of it. Like, keep my name out of like all this stuff. And it was just like the most childish drama possible, like from all three sides of it. Like none of them came out looking good from this. And all three of them said and did things that just made it worse and even stupider. But like, it's reality TV. Like that's what this should be.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the one person that I actually think did nothing wrong was Josh. Like, I think he just kind of looks douchey-y. So, like, when this kind of situation comes up, it's like, oh, let's see what Josh did. But he literally just, like, sat there. Adrian left. Nerys took over. He had a conversation with her. And then he was just like, what do you want from me?
See,
Josh, go ahead.
The only thing I wish they would do in a scenario, like if I'm the producers in this thing, perfect thing you could do is get Bananas, bring him into a confessional, and he's basically like Tony Romo in this scenario, right? Not the DUI part, but they're basically going to VAR, and essentially they pull up the clip, and he's got like that little like marker, and he's like he's given like the play-by-play, and where you can circle, you can do whatever. Why are we not seeing something like that? Like that commentary would be just gold.
I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, Josh didn't really like do anything wrong. He just kind of was, reacting to these two girls both blowing it all out of proportion. But after the fact, I think it was the next day maybe when he was talking to Adrian about it, he did have like the classic like douchey like, some of the stuff he was saying like, I'm a grown ass man, like I didn't do anything wrong. Like I'm just doing like he just had the classic like reality 35-year-old like I'm
Love
on TV,
Island.
Love
like,
Island.
He clicked into Love Island mode once it all started happening. And
yeah, and when I was watching it, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want him to say right now for me to just like want to punch him in the face, and like that's exactly what like makes it entertaining. So I thought it was good all around.
I don't know why, but the love triangle that just popped into my head, just thinking back of the glory days and all that stuff, was Teresa going after Kenny, and Kenny just shoos her away, and then she goes crawling to Wes, and he's all excited, and Kenny's like, yeah, I said no to her before she even talked to you. Oh.
Doesn't Wes have a good reaction to drunkenly finding that out?
Yeah, he just
God.
he's like, you said no to her, and he was like, yes.
What season was that on? Fresh Meat?
Yes. Two.
Yeah.
First off,
All right.
can we just, when I search Wes, that picture's all time. I was trying to see if there's definitely a photo of it somewhere, and I just wanted to pull it up real quick.
Oh, the Wes face?
Yeah, it's like Nom on steroids. It literally is. I wish
We'll tweet it out.
Adam Meadows would have sent it right away. He's got that. I think he has it as. Wait, do I have it as his background? No, I don't.
No, I think it's the Mohawk. Let's get to the voting. So Gray team is voting. Corey and Maurice are captains, and so they have to pick basically between Keanu, Leo, and Chris. They pick Keanu. Basically, they're like, he's the rookie. He's the easy option. We'll let everybody else do it. And then the other 6 people are left to vote between Leo and Chris. It turns out into a 3-3 tie. They bring the captains back, and it's Maurice's vote, and she picks Leo. So what do you guys think of it? It was a pretty quick section, like 8 minutes here. But what do you think about the whole Gray team voting breakdown process?
Very quick. Went to a stalemate, right? And then
Yes.
Maurice had to pick. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
I just think I think it was a pretty easy call for Gray team. You want to save your best person in Chris. So I think it was pretty chalky.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty chalky. I was surprised that Chris has that much sway already. The one thought that kind of went through my mind watching it was, I know we talked a lot last week about just the small cast, the small teams, especially when we're in this part of the episode. What I liked about it is, as they went through it, it was 3 votes right away for Chris. And then Keanu, who still votes, even though he's already in, voted for Leo. And then it got to the girl. I think it was Cassie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was basically 3-1, and Chris hadn't voted yet. So you knew it was going to be 3-2, and she was either going to make it tie or 4-2. And what I liked about this is that there was no other person to throw a burn vote on, because this would have been a classics thing. We've seen it a million times where it's 3-2, and the person, in this case Cassie, would be oh, I don't want to say Leo, and I don't want to say this other person, so I'm just going to throw it at somebody who has 0 votes right now. But there is no really room at all in this entire season to burn both, and so there is some downsides of these small teams and the small voting, but that is, I think, in my opinion, a plus side, is that we don't ever have to have somebody burning a vote, whereas old seasons you could get through 6-8 episodes with finding yourself in a situation where your vote doesn't really matter. This time, every vote matters.
Yeah. And this brings back, last week when we were talking about just these team sizes and this kind of format. I feel like we're getting close, and it's crazy. We're on episode 3 that we might do a redraft for 2 teams.
A merge, if you will.
Yes.
Very Surviving Barstool-esque.
What's that?
I
don't know.
Something has to happen. We talked about this last episode. We're running into this again. It's just, who knows? The deliberations, I just don't even find amusing.
Well, it's down to 2 people. It's
I know.
It doesn't matter.
I think it would have been better, and we've talked about this, but if second and third place are the same, if the captains get to pick 1 person from each, so then what you would see is people on the losing teams trying to go make alliances and promise favors and all that, but you don't get that right now. You just get one team getting all mad at each other and that's it.
Well, and this just shows bringing TikTok back up again, my algorithm. Cara Maria went off on this season. She talked about the first and second season, and she said, this isn't even cutthroat. The captains make no sense. Like, it should have just been like 3 teams, losing 2 teams. Guess what? You vote somebody in. The end. Short, sweet, simple. Like, the captains have like way too much power, and second place is worse than third place.
Yeah. Agreed. So I'm guessing Carr doesn't win.
Maybe, honestly, now that you say it. Watch her win. That'd be incredible. All right. So we talked about what? Keanu was nominated, and then Leo gets voted by the team in for the gray team. So now we have the 2 people for gray team, and the entire blue team is available. Is there an actual name? The killing floor, elimination zone, the sand, the pit. There's no name, right?
I thought it was the Presidio.
Okay, get the fuck out of here.
I'm pretty sure it's the danger zone.
Oh, okay. Relax, Top Gun Maverick.
Highway to the danger zone.
So that might be on later this season.
It might.
God, that is a Paramount movie. All right, so then the power comes down to bananas, and basically,
What else is new?
he chooses Keanu over Leo, and then I'm right, right?
Yes.
And then he chooses Brad. Sorry, I got confused. And then so Keanu goes down, and then from the blue team he selects Brad. So we have a good old fashioned elimination: Keanu versus Brad. This elimination I like the elimination. Now it was a blowout, 7-1 or 8-1 or whatever it was, but I think it was like round 2 or round 3 where they're like, oh, I guess we can like tackle each other. Like I think Keanu was just like, fuck it, I'm pushing him into like, and he just took him like he went around the board essentially, and then came back. Like that's fun. Like that's good, competitive. And I think they cut to Sydney after, and they basically are like, yeah, Keanu earned his stripes on just like getting physical and doing that.
Yeah, in terms of the elimination and what it was, I have 2 thoughts. One is it just bugged me that TJ, when he pulled the numbers, had to say like the number, and then they pause for like 30 seconds, 10 seconds in the show, and then he says go. Like, wouldn't it have been so much better if he just picks it up and they're like ready, and then like the second they hear him say something, they just turn around and go?
No, I kind of like yes, Keanu, and that's exactly. It's so weird. Mikey the Doctor said that because that was the vibe I literally got. I was about to say like it reminded me of Fezzi because you know how he always talked about him playing at the University of Tennessee, and it was kind of just like that ... and then all of a sudden, Chattanooga. It was very that vibe. That's so funny, Mikey. I was literally about to say that.
Trev, so you didn't like that TJ, or you liked that TJ had to say go?
I think it was fine. I didn't mind that.
I would have liked what Alex was saying because they had him facing him, so back to the wall.
Yeah.
So there was a little like once he says go, you have to look at it. But I would have rather than be looking at the wall and TJ just says 9. And the second he says 9, they just go.
You know what they should have done if that's the case is you know how you get the best shot would be for I'm thinking of like lottery balls. So lottery balls go up a tube, and you know how there's a camera on the lottery balls?
Too soon. Yeah.
What do you mean too soon?
Pacers. Continue.
Oh, God. Hey, play the lottery right now. I think it's over $900 million. We can all quit our jobs if we win. But
buy the IP to the challenge.
God, I would. You think we could buy for $900 million? That's easy.
Are you kidding me?
How much do you think that's worth?
They're on Paramount Plus.
How much do you think it would cost to buy the rights?
I think if you went to Paramount Plus with a check for $100 million, I think they'd be all over it.
$100 million. Well, boys,
I'd say less.
Less?
I don't know.
50? That'd be so
According,
smirk.
according to ChatGPT, its estimated value is between 50 and 100 million.
Okay. So we literally said both numbers. We'll take that.
So we'd have enough to buy the IP and then put on a few seasons, and we'd actually be able to turn a profit.
Don't know if that works. God, could you imagine us being like the interns for actually holding up the signs? We'd be live tweeting. We'd be live tweeting on site. It would be like, this season hasn't come out yet. Oh, we're going into a dirty elimination tonight.
That'd be awesome. People
Yeah,
would tune in.
We'd be given a tease.
I mean, at what point in time would we bring back the, like, for tonight's episode, bye Brad?
Oh, come on. No, but you know what?
When it's wrong, it says like sayonara Keanu.
No, we say that, but then it's like ... in the title. But I'm saying this right now for a fact. If we were to bring back the challenge, or I get not bring back, if we were to buy the challenge, the first episode. All right, guys, today's daily challenge is the rope challenge. From West Side Story, where you got to climb up, first team to get it. Hey, but if your team wins, you guys are gonna get a Sony PlayStation 1.
Oh, come on.
Like, we got to do like the cheesiest gifts like that. like what if we gave all these people like
mountain bikes? They always did mountain bikes.
Yeah, I mean, that was a classic Dave Mira thing. He would like go out on the bikes and like, you can win this. Oh, that would be awesome. 50 mil. God. All right. So did you like the idea of the ping pong balls like that, or no? You're just out on that? Because that's what you want. You want the number to just show up and then you're running. Like if it was on a video board, let's say, and then it was like 9 would come up and then you're just sprinting for it. It wasn't TJ waiting.
I think my personal preference is they're facing the board, and then it almost goes like whammy, like pressure luck whammy, and they all like light up, and then it stops. And then once it stops, it like changes color from like yellow lights to like green on like number 7, and then once it's that, you go.
I think the best, funniest outcome would be like the board like it was with like small numbers, like 1 to 20, whatever it was. And TJ doesn't say 7, he says 4 plus 3. And they all just kind of look at it. Now, the reason that would never work is because everybody would just scream out the answers. They all listen to Michelle. She'd tell them where to go. Like, if that was outlawed and it was just like, 5 plus 1, and you got, Nelson doing it, and he's like, I don't know what a 5 is. Like, that would just be hilarious, like, to watch it like that. But, I mean, overall, like, I liked the idea of it just, like, running up to whatever it was. But there was something missing because, like, he was pausing, so everybody got the time to, like, look, figure out where it was. Like, I don't know, maybe TJ reads 2 numbers at once, and you can either get one or the other. And, like, whoever does that first, so there's kind of some strategy. Maybe the numbers, like, disappear each round, so you kind of have to, like, memorize where things are. Like, there's just one or two things they could have done to just make it better. This is kind of just a run the ball elimination.
So Keanu wins 7-1 or 8-1, whatever it ended up being. What do you guys think of Keanu?
He's pretty good. I mean, he was a 4, maybe 5, I'm pretty sure, on the rookie rankings, and he showed every bit of that tonight. Or this morning, depending on when you watched.
Yeah, I like him. I feel like he's getting a bad edit for whatever reason. Like, I guess the cast doesn't really like him, but I mean, just very athletic. It was funny watching this elimination that he just dominated Brad in, because if you were to just look at them without like maybe seeing their faces, like they're very similar, like body type, like similar size. But like we all know that Brad is 50 years old and has 20 years of the challenge under his belt compared to Keanu, who is just playing football at University of Arkansas. Southern, and like you see that, and he's like probably I don't know 28 years old compared to Brad. Like even though they're like similar, size and shape and all of that, but like it something like this, you actually see them go head to head, and you just see what that difference really is.
Yeah, I mean, I think Keanu is, good for the show. I think good competitor. Mikey Dr. Wright's a better Fezzi. I'm fine with those vibes, though. I think if he can bring a little more drama, I think he's kind of in a tough spot being the only like male rookie on the team. But isn't he the only male rookie?
No, you're right. I was responding to the chat.
Oh,
Me too.
okay. Sorry.
We
Trev,
might have beef.
Trev, I feel like Keanu's the type of guy that like you'd bulge at.
You think I like Keanu?
He just reminds me of Gabe from last season, which you always bulged at.
Gabe?
Yeah, do you remember Gabe?
No.
From last season?
I think Trev got a little confused about Gabe.
I don't
Just
remember
leave it at that.
Yeah.
Sure.
To be honest.
Just a little.
To be honest.
Keanu, to me, like, I don't know. It was a shitty 2016 movie with Key and Peele, but, it is what it is. All right.
Okay.
Is that it? We're done? All right. Wrap her up.
Well, we have to address what TT just said. TT's got a rival pod.
Wait. Tommy?
Is that who I Am Remix is?
Yes. God.
Yes.
Listen to my pod to find out my cast reactions. Tommy, honestly, I'm hearing some rumors of you being on the pod in 2 weeks. I heard Andy Bananas might be MIA, so we're looking for a third person.
Didn't him and McCord join the same episode?
God, yes. And you weren't on it. You've never met Tommy. Me and Andy have. Only the higher level guys,
And that was on a work trip too.
Yeah, wasn't there some story where like Alex, you were at this big dinner? It was like might have been like before your wedding or something. And literally like you're sitting at the table, you're stressed already, and then you just pull out the phone to see if you're like if Stir the Pod's going. And all you see is me, which is pretty normal. You see Andy, kind of normal, and then you saw two Javis.
Trev, I yes, but the first part of that was I was at a work dinner, and it was West Coast, so it was like it was dinner, it was 6:00, whatever it was. You guys were going live. I checked my phone at one point during the dinner to see if it's like happening, and I see you two Javis, you're just kicking it off, talk about the streak, whatever, and then like 45 minutes, just making sure that you guys are actually doing it. 45 minutes later, I think I kind of sneak over to the bathroom. I'm going slow, checking my phone, and I just pull up my phone, at the urinal, and I see a quad box, and I see Tsunami, and I see McCord, and I just instantly just give it up. I just can't believe it. I'm sure when I got back, to my table, people were probably confused at how kind of just like speechless and frazzled I was, like probably not able to focus on any conversation because I'm just thinking about the four of them being on a pod together. So yeah, that was my experience. It was very smirky.
God, well, maybe Andy and I have to run it, or I guess me and Alex got to run it on the 26th.
Tommy, who says no?
We'll see. All right, segments.
Let's do it.
What do we got? Radar Watch?
First one is Radar Watch. I'll let one of you guys go first since I went first last week. Yeah. Radar Watch. Who's flying under the radar? I feel like weirdly there's more options this week, even though we're further into the season. Maybe because it was just a shorter episode.
Well, I think there's people.
You guys aren't ready.
No. I think this episode.
I got one.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Jesus. All right. Well, actually, no. I'm just kidding. honestly, who did not get a lot of coverage today or this morning was Bananas.
It's a good pick.
It was the boat scene in the beginning, and he was in the background of obviously the birthday party. But besides that, like, I mean, it was a scene, like just quick shot. Like there was really nothing else of him.
Good pick.
Okay.
I'll go ahead with who I had. I was thinking if I could find another, but in the same vein, I'm gonna go CT. CT had a little like speech or something during Tori's little birthday party thing. That's why I was a little hesitant. But for someone like CT, for someone like Bananas, you got to have more than one, scene you can think of.
Yeah, that's a good pick. And yeah, with the cast this small already, everybody's going to have something. My pick is going to be another male from the Orange team. I'm going to go with Will.
Ooh.
I don't even know if I saw Will.
Who?
At one point, they showed who I thought was Will running on the treadmill, and then I think it appeared to be Chris or Josh. They're both kind of like very. I can't. Still not positive. I know the difference between them. It was one of them, but I thought it was Will. So then I was like, oh, I still haven't seen Will. I think he maybe said like one confessional all episode. So that's my radar.
Chris J. Huff.
My honorable mention for Radar Watch, I think Kara has been kind of hidden. Obviously, the end, and that's why I kind of didn't want to give it to her today. Besides that, I feel like she's kind of been. I mean, second episode with her being scared was kind of all over the place, but yeah. Alex, I know we only had one more MVP LVP, but I know you had Pluto on, and Mikey the Doctor. I mean, he does bring up a good point. I mean, some of the old. This Day in Challenge History is a classic.
Yeah.
Playback. What's on Pluto right now? I know you had it up because you texted me.
Yeah, well, I can just kind of speak to all the segments here real quick. So Pluto, I don't have it up now. I did have it up earlier, and it was Free Agents. It was actually the trivia challenge. Does anybody remember who won the trivia challenge on Free Agents? I'm positive I know the male winner. I turned it off, so I didn't see it.
Was Free Agents Dutch, or was that Rivals too?
That was Dutch. Yes, that was Bananas Dutch. The male winner, I'm positive it was Zach.
Wow.
The female winner, I thought was Devin.
Walker?
Oh, God. I think it was Devin. But anyway, but yeah, Pluto playback. I think we might have to bring that back very soon, Mikey. This Day in Challenge History, I've been checking it for the past couple weeks. There has been none. So like today was the first challenge to come out on August 12th.
Are you positive
About what?
about that? Because I just did a little chat GBT of give me anything that's happened on August 12th in the challenge history. And I've got a few results.
Oh, God. Let's see the chat GBT mistake. Just give it to us.
It could very well be wrong, but I also think that's kind of a smirky thing because it's kind of like a walk down memory lane, whether or not it actually happened on the August 12th. So this is not really related to it, but August 12th, 2020, that would have been mid-COVID, like right during it all. Lo and behold, Bananas revealed he was writing a children's book. And not related to the show, but that's just incredible. There was one thing that was pretty big. I know some of us were a fan of this, some of us weren't, but allegedly
Windhorse, let's go.
I've said too much. I don't want to implicate anyone.
You haven't said anything.
August 12th, 2021, season 37, Spies, Lies, and Allies. Nam leaves and is replaced by Ed from the Circle.
We'll have to check. We got to go to our stat department for that.
So allegedly, we were introduced to Ed from the Circle, one of my favorites on August 12th.
I think that was me and Andy.
Yeah, it was August 11th.
Oh, was it actually August 11th?
Yes.
That's so smirk.
Well, depends on when you watched it. If you watched it on August 11th at 9 ABST time, it could have been 1 a.m.
Come on. Yeah,
So-
we haven't had a good, accurate, legit this day in challenge history yet. And I think I don't know, in a few weeks we're probably going to run out of Radar Watch, and so we may have to bring back Pluto Playback. I think we'll also have to do. I like doing a few times every season is the kind of stir the prop roundup check in, kind of check in on our props from preseason. So yeah, we'll definitely try to introduce some new segments in the next.
What was Champ Change?
I think it was like we were changing champs.
Oh, come on.
I think you could switch out somebody in the elimination with a champ, or maybe I'm thinking of Betting Man. Wasn't that a segment we had?
Was champ change related to invasion?
I thought Champ Change was if you replace the champ in this elimination with, or if you could, what would make this elimination better? Throw in any champ essentially to make it better. I think that's what it was, but I could be wrong.
We'll have our stats guy check it out.
I think, Mikey, you tell us what you want to see the most, and we'll see if we can make it happen.
What about you know which one I kind of bulge at, and I think it might be kind of fun down the stretch. Pole position.
Ooh, I do like that one.
Pole position's good.
I know it's after May, but it would be. I still think a pole position would be fun.
Pole position's good.
Thank you.
You're
All right. Last segment of tonight, MVP, LVP. You guys know what to do. First one in the chat will be our MVP, LVP. I'm going Alex, Trev, Andy.
It's going to be Andy, Alex, Trev.
I don't even know the way I'm going for this.
Me neither.
Trev, Alex, Andy.
Trev, Alex, Andy. I'm trying to think of other classic segments that we've done in the past while we wait. All right, Bananas, Alex, Trev.
That's exactly what I said.
We'll check the tape. I think Alex said that.
Shout out Mikey the doctor.
All right, Andy, what do you got?
I got nothing. I think I'm gonna do MVP of. I think this is probably the right terminology. No more 90-minute episodes.
Ooh.
I don't want to give it 47 minutes because that's too obscure. I thought about sub 60-minute episodes. More importantly, no more 90-minute episodes. That's my MVP. I hate to do that to you, Trev.
That's a good pick, and that kind of just encapsulates the theme of the night is that it was just a short episode. It flew by, so I like that. Am I next for MVP?
Yes.
I guess I'll just go.
Unless we do the classic, let's do a draft order where we just.
I picked Trev's MVP and then Alex's LVP.
I'll go Keanu. I'll keep it pretty straightforward. I don't think a ton of people really performed super well except him. I mean, he just bullied Brad to the side. It was fun watching that. I think it was after Brad got his first point, and then Keanu's confessional was just all right, you want to actually get physical, and then that's when he pushed him, behind the whole fucking board. That was good. Also, why is the elimination wasn't it best of 13? Well, usually it's best of 3. I didn't really understand that. But just a good performance by Keanu. Like Chris said, I'm sure he'll be back there again. Not really the best social political player, but just dominated a pretty big physical guy.
Good pick. My MVP tonight. I think this MVP. I don't think I've ever chosen this person for MVP. This could be a first. My MVP is going to be Nerys. I think her on the episode tonight, the drama, she carried the episode in the middle part. When we needed it most, she carried it. And she's back. Sounds kind of bad.
Interesting pick.
Not a fan?
I'll just say she was on my list.
For LVP.
Different list.
I love Andy. We need a drama though. We need a little spunk. We need a little craziness.
That's true.
Like we think about that. Think about this, Andy. We had a 45-minute episode tonight. You take out the drama of Nerys, that was 10 minutes. What do we got?
35-minute episode.
Oh, come on. They're not doing a 35-minute episode. We'd probably do a cutscene with Brad saying, like, this is my 20th season, guys.
This is my 20th season. Like, I'm so happy to still be doing this.
I can't wait. Oh, where's Brittany?
Oh, come on.
All right, LVP. Speaking of Brad, Brad's my LVP tonight. I mean, just fucking retire, man. You got dog walked. Dog walked. He was looking like fucking NC So yeah, that's my
Wow.
All right.
Unbelievable.
LVP Brad.
All right, Brad is a good pick. I don't know. I'm struggling to think here, and I don't think you guys might like this pick for LVP because I feel like you guys are maybe higher on this person than I am. At least last season, I feel like that was the case. I'm gonna go LVP Adrian. She just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, like this entire time. Like I feel like she's starting to I'll be honest, last season I was kind of last to jump on the Adrian bandwagon. But I think by the time
What else is new?
She won that fourth elimination, I was kind of on board. And she was kind of this, underdog, sparky, like rookie, all that. And then now it's just like you're getting mad because Chris or Josh, I'm not even sure which one, had his arm around the chair that Nerys was like a foot away from the back from, like, and you blow it out into this whole big fucking thing. Like that's your moment from tonight. That's your thing. And then there was the weirdest thing when they're on these big couches again inside, and he was apologizing to her, and she basically was kind of like laughing, giggling, kind of like saying she's back in. And then they cut to the confessional, and she's like, he's got to kiss the ground I walk on. It was just kind of all over the place for Adrian. So I was just kind of out on her tonight.
Very good pick. Very good pick. Like to Trev's point, I just didn't really. Part of me liked that interaction because it was entertaining. Part of me didn't. But Adrian really sucked, and Nerys at least added some kind of like. This is high praise in my opinion, but Nerys was giving me vibes of Camilla today, whereas Adrian was just annoying.
Yeah, and Nerys and Camilla can't really throw them in a room together.
Okay. All right, Andy, you're up.
Who's up? Is it me?
Oh, we did forget about the classic Trev letterbox. That's always a classic segment. We'll bring that back next week.
I think we have to wait for that until the first movie sponsored challenge comes, because then that'll happen, and then I feel like the next episode after that we'll kind of have the movie discussion itch, and then I'll just pull her up.
Would part of the little wrinkle for the letterbox be we have someone in the chat, much like we do the MVP LVP order, say pick a rating 1 through 5, and then scroll through and find the most recent movie that fits that rating?
I say this. I'm going to throw another wrinkle out there. Every week, we all have Paramount Plus. We tell Mikey the Doctor, we tell Ryan McCord, we tell whoever, give us a Paramount Plus movie and we have to watch it. And we give a 1-minute review. A little a la movie club on steroids.
I ain't mad at that.
Oh, but I think it has to truly be 1 minute.
That's fine. I'll even throw out the first movie because I know Paramount Plus just came out with a new movie that I'm trying to see.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Well, we got to give them time. I feel like we got to start it, and then they'll kind of catch waves unless they know the Paramount Plus list. Paw Patrol just came out. All right.
I'll bring us home with LVP. I don't have many good ones, but I do like this one. I might catch some flack for it. The Blue Team.
Ooh.
The Blue Team just getting decimated. It's very Era 1 vibes right now. I don't see that changing either. Like, it's pretty much Macon Leite, like, carrying that entire squad from I think this person could win an elimination, but they look like they're going in every single time.
There's no chemistry. It's like they have a bunch of they have a right wing Brazilian with a Spanish striker or something. Like the chemistry just doesn't align.
So
come on.
Blue Team's a good pick. So who's even left on the squad now? Guys, we have Nelson and Josh or Chris. Josh. So 2 guys.
Is that
left.
it?
2 guys, 3 legs. And girls, we have Cara,
Macon Leite.
Yeah.
Cassidy? I think one of the blondes.
Anna Lee.
Is that it?
They must have 3 girls because they've lost 1.
I think they have either Cassidy or Deb Chubb.
It's Cassidy.
Cara, Anna Lee, and Cassidy. So they have 5 people left.
All right. Anything else before we wrap it up? Tommy Tsunami writes Smile 2 for our Paramount Plus movie. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. The one rule, no scary movies.
God, Naomi Scott though, she's bad. I've seen Smile 2. Kind of scary. The ending's kind of weird.
Spoilers.
What do they do? Frown?
Yeah, they go. All right. What do we got? Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right.
We went longer than the episode with ads.
There we go. Well, that explains what we're about to do. We're about to add some ads next week, right? We're gonna add the what was it called? What's our SeatGeek code? STP15 for 15% off your orders.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right. And on that note, thank you guys for listening to a brand new Stir the Pod podcast show. You can follow us on Twitter at Stir. Is it underscore or is it just Stir the Pod? Instagram Stir_the_pod. I low-key forget. Thank you guys.
Can I change my LVP?
Bye-bye. Shout out George. Go to bed. And
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Love you guys.